I have the power.
Hey bro fans, this is Todd, and today we're going to talk about the Elusive Evil-Lyn and how crazy this has been trying to get this figure. I cannot believe just the crazy story. It's supposed to be a Walmart exclusive, but they completely dropped the ball. So I am going to talk about how to get this figure and the craziness and the hoops you got to jump through. It is just crazy. Anyway, let's first start at the beginning. In the beginning, there was a place called Walmart. And in this place called Walmart, they had Evil-Lyn, and they said, just wait, we're going to release her at a certain time, on a certain day, set your alarms. And I set my alarm, and I waited, and I took the day off from work just so I could make sure to get this Evil-Lyn, because you know I have every single Masterverse female figure, and this would be the last one that I would need to complete all of the Masterverse female figures. So, price $23.72, perfect. I'll get 3. I was all happy about this, and I figured this way, if I have a defect one or something else, no big deal. I can just, you know, I'll have more to go on. Maybe one to customize, one to keep in the, I don't keep in the box, sorry. Just, I could have one to customize in case one has defects, maybe one to sell, who knows, but I wanted to get 3 of them as soon as I could, at least 2, and it also helps with shipping and handling, because you got to pay shipping and handling for 1. To buy 3 is not that much more to ship. So I was all excited. I was ready to go. Had the day off work, and I sat and I waited for the time, and the thing vanished. I went on the website and it was gone. It wasn't even there anymore. And then finally, about an hour later, it came back on the website and said it was out of stock. Out of stock. And it never got in stock. I have this page right here, actually bookmarked for my startup page. Every time I start up my computer and go to my browser, this pops up so I can see what's going to happen. And so I'm sitting here thinking, okay, whenever it's the end of the line, they always have the last batch of figures short packed. It happens every time, all the way back in 1988 when they had He-Man short packed. Some figures only released in the European countries, so like the Giants and other things, we couldn't even get the United States. So I figured, okay, this is a repeat. We've seen it with 2000X. We've seen it with the ones from the 1980s. And now we're seeing it again with Masterverse, where there's going to be short stocked on how many of these they have. But from what I could tell, we didn't get them in the United States, at least not at Walmart. So I was kind of shocked. I mean, look how cool she looks. Oh, she looks so cool. I just had to have this stinky figure. So I decided to go a little more on the aggressive and find one. And there was only one guy on all of eBay who was selling it. And this guy right here, you can see his name right there. Now, what's funny is this guy and I have a past. We have a past, and it's not the best past. In fact, I've called him out on stuff about, you know, copying my friend's figures, that cool hero my friend made, and, you know, we've had a little bit. So I did not want to buy from this guy. And for $60, that's over double the price of Walmart. And I'm like, well, you know what, Todd, if you don't get this figure now, you might not ever get her, or her price is going to go skyrocketing way beyond what I could afford for telling my wife I bought a yellow plastic figure for a whole bunch of money. So I decided, okay, I will get the figure from the guy that I don't always get along with, but what the heck, I will get it. And so I went to purchase it. And then, the shipping and handling was $64. $64 for U.S. shipping and handling. So it was approximately $70 US for the figure. And then another on top of it, $64 for shipping. So now it's getting pretty expensive. And then, of course, tax was tacked on as well. And then it had a warning. When you get this, there may be extra tariff charges before you can pick up the item from mailbox. I'm like, oh, great. This is going to cost me a fortune. But I want to complete my collection. And the odds of Walmart getting it at this point is pretty slim to none. So I spent a pretty penny on this figure right here. More than I was willing to show my wife how much I spent at first. But then, oh man, it got ugly. So let's take a look at eBay. And this is eBay right now. Right now, today, there's one figure online, and it's $200. $200 plus $8.62 shipping, and it's in the United States. And it is sold by, I I can't pronounce the name. You can see it here. I'll put some links in the description so you guys can see them. But the crazy thing is how many do they have? How many? Just one. They got one. They got one. So, and that's the only one that's available on there right now. And I keep looking every single day to see if one's pop up on eBay. And I missed one. So I got these completed items. So here is that item, and here's the completed items. And one of them sold for $64.99. I'm like, that's not bad at all. And it was in the United States. Free delivery. Okay, that's a deal. Then we have one for $224, 51 bids. Woo! One for $250, 16 bids. So let's check out this one for $64, because who on earth would sell for $64 when you can get $200 for it, right? So I'm like, okay, this guy, whoever this guy is got to be an upstanding collector citizen for only a little over double the price, close to triple, instead of charging plus $200 for this thing. So let's take a look at the auction. And he had 69 of them. 69? How did he find 69? So I emailed the guy and I said, how'd you get 69 of these in the United States? I said, I'm making a video, this video you're watching right now. And I said, I want to tell my viewers how you got this video. And so I said, if you do, I will put a link to your eBay store in the video so my people can look at it and see your upstandingness of this. And he goes, what channel? So I told him the channel, never heard back. So I have no idea if he's planning on telling me, you know what, I'm going to put his store in here anyway, because he's got a lot of cool figures for sale. And I figured, what the heck. But I was hoping to hear his story of how he got them. Did he get them from a Mattel store, you know, in El Segundo? Because he is located in California. So since he's in California, there's a good chance that maybe he's close to the Mattel factory right there. Not factory, the Mattel distribution center right there. Maybe he got him in El Segundo at the Mattel store. Maybe he has a connection with them. They sent him to him automatically anyway, so he got his normal batch he always got. Or maybe he just happened to hit a Walmart and cleaned them all out and took them home and decided to sell them online. I don't know how he got them, but 69 of them means there are some in the United States. So we see this one in the United States for 69 of them sold. We saw the other one in the United States, and of course the price is over 200. So somehow they're popping up. You know what? Let's check. Let's check and see what the other one was at. Now I want to know. Now I want to know. This guy is in Utah. So we found 69 in California and one of them in Utah. So they are getting distributed somewhere, but they're still not available on the Walmart site. So if they do go on Walmart, I'm going to buy a couple more, because mine, as you guys know from the other video, has a little gap in the thigh. And so I do want to get a perfect version one that doesn't have a gap in the thigh. But, oh, $200. Now, see, I was crazy to spend as much as I did. I'm telling you, that was way too much to spend on this figure originally. But I wanted to do it because I wanted to complete my female Masterverse collection. And I knew I was going to make a video about it and show you guys. And so having just one missing out of all the female Masterverses would have drove me crazy for a long time. And that is why I decided to spend the extra bucks. But now that price is a lot cheaper than everywhere else. I mean, you know, it's just so crazy to think that you can't touch her for leaving this person $200 and then also shipping and tax. So yeah, you can't touch her for less than $200 now, unless you get lucky and find someone who's honorable and sells it for only 3 times the price. How crazy is that? So here's what I want to know from you. In this Evil-Lyn, are you going to get her? Are you going to spend the buco bucks on eBay to get her? Or are you going to hang on to hope that Walmart might eventually have her, and we might actually all get her anyway, because for $23 instead of spending, you know, the crazy eBay scalper prices. Oh, she is so cool though. Look at that. Look at it. So cool. And I know not everyone's into the yellow Evil-Lyn. I totally get that. But for me, it was the last one. And she is the vintage collection. So she's modeled after the original Evil-Lyn we got in the 80s. She is so cool. Anyway, even though she was a pretty penny, I am glad that I bought her. She fits in nice with all my other classics figure. She fits in with all of them except two. And that is the movie Evil-Lyn is kind of weird looking. And then also the one of the She-Ras is kind of strange looking too. Well, I guess it's both She-Ra and Adora. Those two look kind of weird. So other than that, all the rest of the figures all fit nicely together. All right. Anyway, that's the end of my rant. So put some stuff in the comments. Put how you feel about this crazy $200 Evil-Lyn on eBay prices. And tell me how you feel about what Walmart did to us. I mean, they did us dirty. And I don't know if it was Mattel that did it, but either way, Walmart should have been on top of it to say, Mattel, are you really sending these? Are you going to send them to us for real? Or is this just, you know, especially with the countdowns and everything else and all the advertising about it. And anyway, thanks for joining me. And like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it!